Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Killer Bees coverage of the Rock Road Rumble. We're here today for round one at Carrollton Park. I am Alan Hooper, joined today by Taylor Thomas. How are you doing today, Taylor?
Pretty good. So we have on this card Andrew Presnell, Derek Green, Quentin Borengasser, and Rich Klein.
Yeah, we got a wide variety of playing styles again here today. I know Andrew's mostly backhand. Rich, you'll be seeing a lot of forehands. Derek and Quentin kind of will go both ways. Quentin's a young gun from Lake St. Louis, so we'll see how these guys do today. As we start on hole one. Hole one is one of the hardest holes on the course. It's a par 4, OB on the left side. The road is OB the whole way, and the right side is very thick. Basically, these players are going to be throwing a backhand straight shot, maybe a forehand, trying to get around the B position to set themselves up for a long up shot. We've got a headwind on this hole today, so it's going to be playing pretty hard.
One thing to note, we have the sidewalks on the left. The sidewalks are safe. It is the road OB, not the sidewalks.
Here's Andrew, probably throwing a fairway or distance driver. He's got a nice move on it. Looks like he's going to get around that B position we were talking about.
We got Rich Klein. He is predominantly forehand. He's probably throwing a destroyer here.
Yeah, I know Rich likes to forehand the destroyer quite a bit. This looks pretty good if it gets around that tree. Again, a great spot. Almost hitting the cameraman there.
Quentin is throwing the backhand, it looks like.
Yeah, Quentin's got a cannon.
Over the top, looking decent as long as it misses the top shul.
Yeah, the rough here is pretty rough also, so these guys are looking to try to keep it in the fairways in order to score. Here's Derek Green, repping Legacy discs. If it's high enough, it could be okay. That's pretty fortunate to get through that bush there. That's a rough spot if he hits that. Here's the look. Well, go ahead.
So as you see, long upshot, kind of tight tunnel unless you want to get to the road. Where DG is right now, he's on the right side. Looks like he's just going to kind of hyzer flip a backhand down the middle.
Yeah, he's probably got about 350 to 400 here. And there's that right side shul. He'll be pitching out. Might have something to get a par look.
We got Prez here. It looks like that typical green drone that you always see him throw.
Yeah, he's pretty famous for that disc. Wow. Puts another good move on this one. This looks like he's going to finish in the middle. Hard to tell, but I'm guessing circle 2, maybe circle 1.
Rich looks like he's looking down the road skip for a forehand. Carrollton plays skips down the road very frequently.
Yeah, quite a bit. You're going to be seeing players throw over the road. And it's just, as long as this fades, it should be okay.
Might be about 70, 80 left.
Yeah, he's going to have a long look. And Quentin got kind of in a rough spot here because no run up. So he's probably just playing for par at this point.
Looks like he's a little short of Rich landed. He has about 120 looking at the basket.
Yeah, DG's in the shul here. Yeah, Carrollton's an interesting course because it's kind of laid out. It used to be a neighborhood, and all the homes were removed, but you've still got this shrubbery kind of lining people's yards that used to be. And that's probably a smart move there. Just pitch out.
DG looking about 150 upshot. The basket has a little slope behind it. It's not too much to worry about, but it does get in the way with the wind that we're having today.
And that's a nice shot. He put a good amount of speed control on that one. He'll have an easy tap in there for his bogey. And this hole was playing at a 4.9 average, so basically a par 5 for these guys today in this wind.
Good run by Rich. A little high. He left himself a little short. Didn't go too long, so he should still have a putt.
Andrew looks like he's probably 40, 45 here. Maybe even closer.
Just a little low. Wind probably messing with his putt a little bit.
Yeah, and Quentin's got a nice firm putt that I feel like plays well in the wind when he's accurate with it. So I look for him to make some good ones today.
Good make.
Yeah, that's a solid par there.
We're all just tapping out a little bit right here. All kind of fell off that backside, but they have a slight tailwind putt, so we should be looking at easy tap-ins.
Yeah, and there was only 1 3 on this hole today. Shout out to Alex Seaman, Team Smokin' Aces, for the solo birdie on the field. Yeah, at a 4.9 average, this is definitely a hole these guys are looking to get a 4 and move on to the next one. Yeah, I'm excited to see Andrew play Carrollton. I know him and Zach Johnson have had some good battles in the past. Zach's not here this year, but we got some good players that are going to give him a run for his money.
So hole 2 here, we have a par 4. We are playing to the C placement today, 600 feet. So this is playing opposite wind, so we should have a tailwind off this hole. Play is just a bomb one out there down the middle, and then just have an upshot through a little bit of trees to maneuver.
Andrew puts a good rip on this one. Yeah, you basically want to get it straight. If you fade too far to the left, there's some shrubbery, which, oh wow, that's a bomb, but that's not a very good spot.
Rich here with the forehand.
You've also got the road on the right to worry about, so the forehand definitely brings that into play.
Checkup, it looked like it was a little short of the OB, so he should just have a pretty easy upshot to the basket from there.
Here's Quentin. Looks like he might have caught that middle tree. There's really one tree once you hit the gap out there that you want to miss, but it's surprisingly hard to do sometimes.
DG here, backhand and hyzer flip. Looks like it may be going a little left, kind of the same area as Quentin, and just a little more in the fairway than Quentin was.
Decent result there. Probably an outlaw from Derek. Here's Quentin. He's kind of pinched off on the left side. Only got a forehand play.
Caught the tree, just kind of shot him down, looking for the par up shot from there.
And Derek might be able to manufacture something here, but again, he's pinched off on the left, and the wind is really whipping right now, so this is a tough up shot to get the birdie. Oh, wow, nice skip. That is a wonderful shot there from Derek.
30 feet for the putt, tailwind. Rich going with the backhand here, just barely in bounds.
And the right side's not a bad place to be, as long as you can kind of keep that speed down, which he lands a little short, but he'll have a putt for birdie there.
Presnell pinched off by this tree just a little bit.
Yeah, that's a bomb of a drive, but man, that is not a good spot.
Very far.
Yeah. Looks like a drone again. Oh, that's barely in bounds, it looks like.
That is one thing on this hole. It kind of just slopes down, and then it slopes down again to the main road. So it's very easy to go long on this hole, and you can get up to your shot, and it could be OB very quickly.
Yeah, Quentin's going to have to put a lot of touch on this one, and it looks like he's done that nicely. Yeah, the road is constantly in play at this course. It's very unique playing through these basically old yards of people's houses. It's a really cool course. If you ever get in the area, you should come play it. Rich just over the top.
Presnell lining up about a 40-footer, probably.
Yeah, somewhere in circle 2.
Bangs it.
That's a great putt there. And DG looks like he's inside circle 1 here. A nice 3 there from a tough spot.
We only had 4 threes on the day on this hole, and DG and Prez were 2 of them. Sam St. John and Richard French had the other 2.
As we move on to hole 3, this is a par 4, but very attackable. Most of these players are going to be trying to flip one up the middle with a high-speed disc, maybe a fairway driver. It plays a little downhill, so if you get the right carry on your disc, you can actually get a putt. This is definitely one of the easier holes on the course for the day. I believe it was actually the second easiest, playing at a 3.77.
Presnell, just typical Heiser, just down the middle. This is the perfect shot for this hole, giving himself about a 40-foot look.
Yeah, that's a great shot. I mean, he threw that 400-foot through a 15-foot wide gap there. And there's some bamboo on the left here that you do not want to end up in. Here's DG, probably throwing an outlaw. Nice flip up. And a similar spot to Andrew, maybe a little left, but he'll also have a 2 look there.
Rich looks like he might be taking the forehand line. Kind of the same exact line that you're taking, just it's going to end right instead of left. He kind of did not flip this up enough. He hits the tree and kind of saves him from going OB on the right.
Yeah, I think that was pretty fortunate. And Quentin repping Team Fly Nebula here. Some sick dives. Check him out. Nice backhand flip up. He's got a lot of power. Let's see where this goes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Unbelievable.
I think that just hit the cage and just sat right under the basket.
I have never seen anything like that. That is ridiculous. What a shot there from Quentin.
Rich from the upshot. Looks like quite a bit of wind just shot that down. Give him a tester putt.
Yeah, there's the road is pretty close to this one on the right, and then there's kind of a downhill slope and some of those bushes or shul behind the basket that can come into play on that upshot. Kind of makes people leave it short a lot. Here's Derek. Looks like circle 2, probably about 40, 45 feet. A nice bid there, just a little short, but no problem for his 3.
We got Presnell, just from a little shorter. Pretty much the exact same putt, same wind. Hits the pole. Good bid.
Yeah, good bid there from Andrew. And Rich from a similar circle 2 spot for his par. Short right, but 4 isn't bad on this hole. I know it's one of the easier ones, but no problem there. Yep, nice putt.
We still have not got to Quentin's shot either.
That's so crazy. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. That's a 450-foot flip-up hyzer. Ooh, that's not normal from Derek. I'm sure he's looking to correct on that one on the next hole.
Bit of wind might have pushed it a little bit right, kind of.
Yeah, and when we say the wind was rough today, I mean, there were only 3 holes that played under par on the entire course. And I think a lot of that had to do with the swirling winds.
This course being a neighborhood, the wind swirls a lot. You really have no idea on some holes, like just how the trees are. It can just kind of, the wind's there and then it's not. You never know. It's kind of consistent, but then again, when you think you have it, it's not there. And that's going into hole 4. We are playing to the C position, 315 feet. We have a tight gap to hit. OB right, OB long. Both of those OBs come into play very quickly. You're kind of trying to throw it over the road and then let it hyzer left just a little bit on the backhand.
Quentin here, most likely throwing a mid-range. That looked maybe a little left side, but if he's got some flip up, he should be okay.
Andrew here with the green drone, it looks like again. Just very consistent for him always.
Yeah, the road really comes into play quick on this one, and I believe we had that same headwind that was playing on 1 and 3. So that looked like it was probably in bounds. Here's Derek.
Looks like a little sawed off left.
Yeah.
Looks like it might have hit a tree and kicked him back right to the fairway. Rich here, looks like he's going with the backhand. Looks like it might hyzer left enough as long as it doesn't hit the tree. Yep, it looks good. Probably
good
about
shot.
40 short.
Yeah, he should have a look there. Hole 4 was the 3rd easiest hole on the course today. It was one of the few that was playing under par at a 2.84. Here's Derek from outside, well outside the circle with some wind in play. Just pitching up. I don't know if he was running that one.
The wind is definitely messing with the putts right now. It's very hard to make a putt from outside the circle currently.
Yeah. Here's Quentin. Probably a headwind putt. Nice soft bid. Smart play.
Looks like Andrew was in bounds, about pin high, 25 feet. Cans it.
Yeah, solid putt there from Andrew. And Rich just parked it. That's a great drive. And a good putt. Nice 2 there from Rich. Derek, just a formality here. No problem with the par on this hole. Yeah, the elevation at this course is slight, but it comes into play. Here we have hole 5. It's a par 5, playing slightly uphill the whole way. There's a road on the right that you might see a lot of these players throw a big backhand hyzer over. You also might see a forehand up the left side or a turnover. You've kind of got this gap on the right side that plays really well for a backhand, righty backhand. Prezi flipping up something, probably a force.
That's a typical play here. Just kind of playing over the road, and you hope you don't roll right.
Yeah.
The curb does make it so you can stay into the road.
Yeah, and the sidewalk is in bounds here, so just the roads would be.
Rich is taking the left side gap with the forehand. He's just trying to throw to the trees in front of them and just hyzer right before them. Looks like he did it perfectly.
Anything up on that flat spot past that one kind of big tree in the middle is a pretty good spot for the second shot. Here's Quentin throwing the backhand hyzer. That's a little left side. He's going to be pinched off there.
Derek looks like he's taking the road skip as well, or possibly. And he does it very well. Lands at that tree. Now they have a low ceiling shot through this gap. There is the right hyzer gap down the road.
Yeah, it's pretty risky, though, throwing blind up the hill over the road. Derek going up the middle, but catching one of those guardian trees. Rich, I like this play. The forehand flex lets you face the gap. Puts you in a good spot if you get through.
This shot is also quite a bit more uphill, so that high ceiling is a lot harder to hit than it looks like right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew in a good spot with the tee pad on the sidewalk here. This is ripped. This is what you're looking for. He's right in the middle. He's probably about 150, 200 from the pin. The road comes into play very quickly on this one behind the basket.
Yeah, it just any shot that you don't have your ankle control on towards the basket, it's going to be most likely rolling to the road or rolling into some honeysuckle.
Quentin with a nice recovery shot, put him in a good position. Derek looks like he's thrown a mid-range, maybe a fairway.
It just needs to stay right, and it's good, looking good.
Yeah.
So he's in the fairway. He just has to deal with some trees on the right of the basket and just control the angle, but he should be looking good from there.
Rich going backhand again. This one's looking pretty good as well.
This might be the most backhands I've already seen Rich throw in my life.
Yeah, he's got a death putt there. I don't know if he's running that one. Quentin also lining up the backhand hyzer. Coming in a little short as well. Yeah, this slope doesn't really allow you to comfortably run those, outside the circle putts. If you're not looking at it from 30 feet or so or in, it's so hard to run this one.
Yeah, if you're 30 feet, you're just kind of seeing road behind the basket no matter what.
Andrew with a nice routine mid-range or putter up shot. He's going to have that tree to navigate, though, for his 4.
DG looking like the hyzer. Oh, going left of the tree. That needs a sit. Fortunate to stay in.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's the road, not the sidewalk, so he had a lot of room there.
Yeah, good speed control there. Quentin just pitching up, maybe a soft run. Hopefully he sat down. And Rich probably doing the same from about 35, 40 feet. Oh, soft bid there. Catches some pull. You can just hear the wind ripping. I mean, these putts are not easy.
Yeah, just that tree probably got in the way with the wind. Hard to run that.
And Derek is probably about 25 feet down the hill here. Oh, no. Sit.
Oh, waving to it.
Yeah. And this hole came in at a 5.65 average. It was the 5th hardest hole on the day, which is fitting, as it was hole 5. And that's just uncharacteristic, honestly. I'm sure the wind was probably in his head a little bit, but Derek is looking to recover on the next hole.
Quentin looks like he taps in the par. Looks like Presnell is doing the same, as well as Rich.
Yeah, and playing 0.65 over par, there's no problem with the 5 here. You're happy moving on to the next hole.
And then hole 6, just a downhill hole, kind of similar to 4, same elevation change, but we are going over the trees, I believe.
Yeah, there's this line of bushes that kind of blocks your view of the basket from the tee pad. You kind of want to throw like a sawed-off high hyzer, just kind of like Andrea did here. Wow. And that is unbelievable. That's a great shot in this wind.
This hole's hard to explain, but that shot is very good.
Yeah, if you don't get the height and you don't get the hyzer angle, there's just no chance of a 2 here. This is early and short. And that's going to be a tough up and down from over there.
Quentin going the backhand as well.
Got plenty of power to reach this one.
Maybe sawed off just a little bit. Oh, wow. And that's also really good.
Yeah, Yeah, getting down there with a view of the basket is extremely hard. I mean, especially in this wind, I think a lot of players are just trying to get to a spot where they can have an upshot, but having a putt is very impressive.
This is a very good 2 on this course.
Yeah. Derek a little short and early, but yeah, these guys are going to have to pitch over this line of honeysuckle here and, you know, try to control the speed and the height so they got a putt on the next shot.
And this hole is also a headwind again, so putting the disc up this high makes it very difficult to get to the basket as well.
Yeah, Rich coming up low on his upshot. He's going to have to pitch out of here and try to get a look for his bogey. And this stuff is really thick.
Forehand roller. Looks like it caught something.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of this on this hole. People just crouching under the bushes, trying to get out for a putt.
I think DG just threw that upside down.
Yeah, probably a smart play, honestly. And Rich might have something. He's probably 40 feet, but the wind is going to make this really tough. Oh.
Great bid. Just slight right.
Laying out
perfect
for that
height.
One. Yep. Quentin looks like just outside the circle, maybe. And this is just a great drive. Wow. Bangs it. Bangs it. Perfect putt there.
Prez from about 25. Cans it there too.
Yeah, no problem for him. Just a routine putt for 2.
That's 2 great 2s.
Yeah.
2 of 3 birdies on the day. Quentin, Andrew, and Josh Cogill.
Oh, and Rich missing his comebacker there. I think he's going to be taking 5. So as we move on to hole 7, we're playing back up the hill here. This one's got a cool kind of terraced fairway. These guys are looking to get up as far up the hill as they can. And then the basket is going to play on the other side of this line of bushes. This is definitely a good 3 to get today. At 535, it's a long 535.
Oh, yeah. We have a little bit. I think the tailwind should be here on this hole. So that is going to help a little bit, but that also is pushing their discs left a little bit more. Andrew just piped this.
Yeah,
he's in the perfect spot to get to the basket.
Pretty perfect. You can see the cameraman up there. That's where these guys are aiming. Quentin here, plenty of power to get to the top of this hill. He's hoping to get some turn out of that.
Looks good.
Wow, great shot there too.
Right next to Andrew.
Yep.
This hole, the difficulty on this hole for the upshot is you don't want to be on the upslope of the basket. You can see there's kind of like an upslope and then flat, upslope and then flat. If you can get to the flat, that's your best case scenario. If you're having to run up on the upslope, it's a very severe upslope run up, which makes the hole very difficult.
Yeah, and Derek looks like he landed in a pretty good spot there on one of those flat spots. Rich throwing the forehand flip up. Get out of that tree. Oh, yeah. And all these guys are going to have some decent footing to work with. Derek's maybe got a little bit of that hill, but he's got a long upshot here, and it's blind, and the road, again, does come into play.
Yeah, road long, road left for this hole, kind of throwing over the trees, just trying to get through it and see what happens. Derek looks like he got through the trees.
It's a pretty good shot.
40-foot shot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And Rich looks like he might be trying to cut through this gap here on the left side. This is kind of over the B pin.
This is a normal play for this hole. There's like 3 gaps to get to the opposite side. Wow. And Rich piped it.
What a shot there from Rich. That is pretty unbelievable to go long from there. He's got a putt for birdie. And Quentin's probably throwing the big Spikeiser. Kind of dealing with a little bit of weird run up. This looks pretty good, maybe short. Yeah, just outside the circle.
Andrew looks like he's lining up the same shot as Quentin. Probably a little bit more pinched than Quentin, but he goes a lower route. See if he's getting the skip.
Oh,
Looks like
wow.
he skipped off the sidewalk.
Yeah,
That's
good play there.
really good.
That's impressive. I haven't seen a whole
Inside
lot of people
circle.
play that low route. So we got some birdie putts here. Quentin from furthest out, maybe 38, 40 feet. Oh, just a bit short, but a good run. Sit down. Kind of a weird roll, but I think that's no problem for his 4.
DG about similar distance, it looks like. There it is. Great
Good
putt.
putt there. Super confident. That's a great birdie from a tough spot, too. Quentin with his 15, 20-foot comebacker. And so Andrew and Rich must be real close.
Just right.
Yeah, he was, looks like about 25 there. I know he wanted to make that, but like I said, 4 is no problem here. This was the 4th hardest hole on the day at a 4.77 average.
Andrew lining up a very similar putt.
Always taking his time.
There it is. Top bracket
shelf.
down in.
And he was one of 2 3s on the day. It was just him and Derek.
Rich.
Not what you want to see from Rich, but I'm sure he'll come back and make the next one. And now we're on to hole 8. This is a par 4 again. This time we're playing downhill, road on the left. This is
It's a 2-shot hole. It's very hard. You're kind of aiming at these 2 big trees on the left. You don't want to be right, and then you don't want to be left OP. So it's a very demanding shot.
it's a small landing zone. And with this wind in play, as Andrew just puts it right in the corner.
I think he's good.
Yeah, he's good there. There's that line of bushes you can see straight ahead, and these 2 big trees that frame up the left side of the fairway that people are kind of trying to land in between them or maybe get a little past them.
One thing to note on this shot.
Oh, sit. And there it is.
Don't go in the drainage. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Drainages also happen here, so you can lose a disc in those drains. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, and this is my preferred play here. Just a nice flex forehand. Takes about 400 feet of power to get to the landing zone here.
Miss that tree? Yep.
Wow.
That's really good.
Yep, and you can see the A pin there. Yeah, if you can get to pin high with that one, you have a nice, pretty easy downhill upshot. Rich with the forehand as well. Little high left or high right.
Those trees, bush line likes to gobble up the discs, and it's very hard to get out of there to get to this pin for your birdie.
Yeah, and Derek playing his OB shot here. Should have a nice forehand up shot. There's a slope right behind this one. It doesn't slope to OB, but it's significant. So if you go long, it's going to be a 30 or 40 foot comebacker at the minimum.
Yeah, so you want to land right next to the basket. If you go even 2 feet long of the basket, you're just going all the way down the hill, probably 10, 15 feet with a 10-foot putt uphill.
Yeah,
and
you see
Andrew's gone there.
Yeah, but he's about circle's edge there, maybe inside. Very makeable for him. And we got Rich from just on the good side of the bushes here. He might actually have a look for a birdie upshot. That's a bit short. That's going to be a death putt.
Quentin line up the forehand. This is a good play because it kind of filters into the bush line. It can keep you up on top of the hill.
Yeah. He comes up a bit short, but that's a much more runnable putt. And Derek was short right, just in the line of bushes here, but he's probably just going to pitch up for this easy par, or I'm sorry, bogey after his OB stroke.
Yeah, this tree is very large on the width.
Looked like it was definitely in his way. As you see Rich laying up that 45 footer.
Prez with the uphill look.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to drain this one. Yeah,
Cashes it.
No problem there for Andrew. Such a solid putter, always sticking to his routine. And Quentin with just inside the circle look at a birdie.
Oh, sit.
Yeah.
A little bit of a roll.
Yeah, a little bit. That's going to put him probably a little bit further than his previous putt, but definitely uphill now. Oh, no. And I mean, this is what happens on this green. You go long on your putt or your upshot, and then you've got this slope staring you in the face. You miss short. It's just so easy to roll back down the hill. He just pitches up there.
DG with inside circle putt. There it is.
Yeah.
Saving the bogue.
Yeah, unfortunate for Quentin with the roll away. He's going to have to take, I think, a double bogey. Yeah, hole 8 was playing at a 4.23 average, so definitely not easy, but one these guys want to get as we move into hole 9. It's a par 4. You're playing kind of flat, maybe a little downhill at the end of the flight. This first shot is somewhat tight. You've got some stuff on the right to miss, some stuff on the left. It's a very small landing zone for a comfortable upshot.
Road on the right kind of filters also for the OB.
Yeah.
If you get a hold of the forehand, it can skip right very quickly, and if you turn it over too quickly, it'll go OB too.
Yeah, I think these guys are really just trying to keep one right in the middle and get kind of to one side or the other of these trees. Andrew kind of coming up just behind him.
Rich with the forehand. It needs to say left. If that hyzers, it is in trouble. Looks like he stays in just short of the A pin.
Yeah, sometimes you got some sort of look over there, but it's definitely not the preferred landing zone. And here's DG throwing a nice backhand. A little more turn than I think he wanted, but
Similar spot to Rich.
Yeah, similar to Rich, maybe even a little better spot. He might have that opening over the A pin.
Quentin probably looking to get a little past A, just get past those trees that everybody's been a little short of.
Yeah, hard to tell what that one did. Might have leaked left on him. Yeah, the left side is rough here. Yeah, it looks like he's pinched.
He's very fortunate to be in that area, though. He has run up. That stuff right behind him and to his left and to his right can be jail, and you just have nothing through it.
He's going big hyzer here, trying to just put one in the middle, I think. Catches some of that last tree line, but that's not a bad spot. He should have a pitch up for his par.
The basket you saw on the left, that is not the basket we're playing to. We're actually playing to a blue basket through the little gap that we'll see sooner.
Yeah, DG catches one of those guardian trees. Yeah, this hole is interesting. It's kind of a series of gaps. You've got a couple tree lines you have to navigate, and the second one comes into play on the upshot for sure. And this is looking good from Rich. Oh.
Just catches he got to the gap for the blue basket. He's past the second basket that we saw.
Yeah, Carrollton has 2 sets of baskets now with the gold positions always in play. And Prezi throwing a rare forehand. Oh, the anti-skip. That was pretty good effort, but he's going to be short. Should have an easy pitch up for par, maybe a long run. Quentin with the touch forehand. Ooh.
There it is. Just sits inside the circle.
Yeah.
Should be an easy tap out.
Good shot there.
Great up by DG also.
Yeah, hole 9 was playing just a bit over par at a 4.29. Andrew just pitching up there. Only 5 threes on this today, so a 4 is not a bad score here.
Not at all.
Good run there from Rich. Andrew taking his time, going through his routine, banging the par putt. Yeah, you can definitely still hear the wind. It was still howling at this point. So
Yeah.
these putts are not routine, even though they're inside 20.
Yeah, this is kind of inside of a bowl, so like you have no idea what the wind is doing on these putts. These putts are still not easy. It can be just a headwind to a tailwind easily.
Quentin makes good there, as well as DG. So we finish out the front 9 here. These guys are playing pretty good. I think Andrew had a solid front 9, had a 6 down. Quentin Borengasser also coming in under par at 1 down. DG rocking the 2 over, looking to get some birdies on the back, and Rich Klein right behind him at +3. What do you think about that front 9, Taylor?
It was good. I mean, the wind on the Carrollton, it will always make this course hard. Looks like Presnell's just kind of taking the wind and just playing normal golf for Carrollton, but people might be struggling, but the back 9 is a little bit easier for the forehand, so Rich might be coming back. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes on the back 9 as we sign out here.